In the wind, we try to look for the meaning of life in how we live our lives from the time we were born, depending on which level or status of life you are in. If you are born rich, your meaning of life will be very different if you're born poor or marginalized groups. Everyone's view becomes very different because our meaning of life also changes because of the circumstances around us. We chase the wind and say, I want to be rich. I want to be this. I want to be this because either we've seen it through people familiar to us or we've watched it and so we've desired. In other times, others even idolized. And then you get there or you get close to there. And then you realize, well, maybe this is not what I signed up for. Like one thing they always say, never meet your hero. Because behind a camera with a nice person who's good with production, they can give you a persona that doesn't exist. But when you meet the person, you look at their attitude, you're thinking, I recall there was a time we were doing the year 2015, and there was an audition. This audition was for a media house. It was a big one. And we were, how many? We were, I think, 6,000, because I think we were 2 slots who had registered. It was only 2 slots. It was one for a news anchor, another one for entertainment presenter. There we were. Many. And so there were these presenters, we had seen them on our local station. It was a particular one of the local media houses. And there we were, many of us. And we met most of these journalists and media personalities, some within the entertainment, some anchors, some presenters. But when we met them, their attitude towards us was pathetic. They were rude, they were vulgar, they looked down on us. I remember another one told us, you guys are making the air here be toxic. There's nothing we have done. We are just on a queue that we have been placed by her people. But she was like, you guys are, like filthy rags. She currently works now for one of the big, another international media house. And when we were there, I remember everyone looking at each other like, whoa, what's this? And their view was very different. By the time most of us had left that place, nobody was interested again with the whole anchor or the whole media thing, because some people looked at the attitude of the people they had looked at and they saw. I remember there was one presenter, she was high like a kite. When I mean high, she was super, whatever she was smoking, smoked her, literally. She was speaking and we were all like, this one is higher than a kite. Even the kite would be like, okay, I'm high, but this one is way high. And she was stressed. She was to help us see this media house as this big thing. But we looked at her like, nah, you stress, you're not getting paid and all that stuff. And it currently still has those issues to this very day, payment and all. The thing is, we were chasing the wind. Was it wrong to chase this wind? No. We believed that we had the capabilities. We may not have been super qualified, maybe even we didn't have the documentation, but we believe we had the skill. However, we didn't ace it. But out of it, we became friends. We ended up learning from each other. I remember I didn't have a smartphone then, so I had this, some will call it burner phones, keypad phones. And I remember those a few guys wanted to like now find transport money back to the home, and we were using my phone and we were putting SIM cards, and even we became buddies. And that was it. The view was different. I worked once in a particular corporate and my view was different. I don't look at restaurants the same way I used to look at them, because there are things I saw, I was like, maybe I should just cook at home. Maybe I should just be very careful. When I was poisoned in the government place that I worked, my life changed. The food I could eat, everything was different. So my view of life was different. I believed that I would, grow and everything, but after the poisoning, the whole thing changed. When the accident happened last year, my arm coming off and all that stuff, my life changed. My view of life and my kind of chasing the wind doesn't exist per se. For me, as long as I have my chicken and my cat around and I can speak to my mom and my nephew, I'm good to go. So as we live in this life that we live in, our chasing the wind changes with time. Someone maybe was chasing the wind and then they had a kid, either that the mom or became a dad. They start looking at things differently when the little one is crying for milk, for food, diaper change. The person was like, I don't want these changes to running up and down, learning different things. Child grows, potty train and everything. That person's view of life changes. And maybe before they were the 6-figure type of person. Your life can change from the context of your family. Maybe you're taking care of a parent or a grandparent or a loved one. And let's say you used to work in a place where you really earn good money. What happens is, out of taking care of the person you're taking care of, definitely you can't be working in the same place you used to work prior. But now your value of life changes. Every day you nurse the loved one, things are different for you. So we chase the wind from where we've even our backgrounds. I grew up in a very rough hood. I mean, when I mean rough, I mean rough. I mean, mob justice was like a normal thing. I mean, it was just chaos everywhere. But you look, let me go to this top level. You meet some of the people in this top level and thinking, yeah, this is not really what I signed up for. And such is life. Now, it doesn't mean don't want to desire more. It means learn to be contented in your journey of life. As you grow, be contented. Celebrate your small wins. Because at the end of the day, even if you get the whole world, and then we can sit with the multi-billionaires, I don't even know which heirs we can call them anymore. Are they contented? No. They wake up one day, they want to depopulate us. They wake up one day, they plant seeds of chaos and all the things we are seeing. And we see all the atrocities they commit. You're thinking, dude, you have all that money. Just celebrate your money and let us be. They don't want to leave the earth. They want to be problematic with us here on earth. And they're thinking, really? Really? So our value of life, our thought process of chasing the wind changes over time. Changes over time because some people have become activists, not even because they wanted to. They lost a loved one. They saw the situation in the country. One day, someone says something, and they saw a photo of someone who lost their life standing up for the country or a community. That sparked. And they started just speaking. Next thing they know, people are like, this person can lead. Next thing they know, they are leading. Others even end up in political seats and doing good stuff. Others become activists who are making so much changes. Others become advocates, whether law advocates, social, civil advocates. Yes, because life has a way to make you wake up and realize you don't know anything. You think you know, you don't know. You can save all that money and say, you know what, for this day I'm going to go for a cruise for 9 months. The day you are saving it, you get ill, or you become sleepy. Now, the value of enjoying it, you don't, because through the whole cruise ship, you're pretty much sleeping. So how did you enjoy it? Well, you took a nap. That's good for your health. But the value proposition to how much you paid and everything, you pretty much could have just slept at home. The thing is, learn to celebrate your small wins every step and stage of your life. When someone is a child, a preteen, teen, and all through whichever generation you represent. Because today is not promised, tomorrow is not promised. We chase the wind, say, I'll go to this country, and maybe because you're running away from poverty or whatever issues, then you land there, and then the other issues, and thinking, oh crap, maybe I should have gone back. And now you're stuck in that country, and now you can't go back. The thing is, celebrate the small wins so that when all these other types of situations and circumstances come upon your life, you're cool with it. Not that you like it, but you're like, whatever, man. I'll handle what I can handle. Celebrate your small wins, because at the end of the day, no matter how many times we chase the wind, we are not the first ones. 100 years ago, someone was chasing the same wind we are chasing. 100 before that, 100 before that, 100 before that, a century before that, someone was still chasing that wind. Ahead of us, 100 years, the wind will still be chased. Nobody catches up with it. So instead of always chasing the wind, be contented step by step, age by age, generation to generation. Then the value of life will be beautiful. But if you don't learn to appreciate what you have now, who you are and where you are, then the fact is this: no matter how many times you chase that wind, you will never catch it, because people never get it. And those who think have it, lose it. So celebrate where you are. Start where you are. Be contented so that when the time comes, you'll enjoy every moment.